the grip, and you're able to drive it like the racetrack is dry.
So Ryan Preece for RFK Racing leading as second place is now side by side. Now next on Fox, an all-new episode of The Masked Singer, followed by an all-new episode of Fear Factor. Coming up after the break, our race coverage will switch to FS2, the Fox One and Fox Sports app for the remainder of the Clash at Bowman Gray, which has 36 laps to go. Ryan Preece leading Chase Briscoe, Daniel Suarez, Shane Van Gisbergen, and William Byron. The caution flag flies for Chase Elliott, who may also be out of gas. We'll see you over on FS2. The Masked Singer is next on Fox.
At NASCAR, fast is never fast enough. Take Kyle Larson.
Off-season? Never heard of it.
The chase is back.
Hang on. I never left.
Not you. The new championship format. No one is safe from chaos.
Chaos? Really? That's my intro?
On the long road to Miami.
Even year?
2026 is anyone's game.
It's time.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Every minute counts in the morning, so get useful and important news on Good Day. Weekdays 4:30 to 10 a.m. on Fox 5. And streaming free on Fox Local.
To Leo, buy one, get one snacks means maximizing his savings potential. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Tobacco doesn't care about your tomorrow. Fight for your future. Quit smoking.
Welcome to Austria, and welcome to one of the most unique stops on the NASCAR Platinum Truck Series calendar. The mountains around us, the elevation challenges every driver, and 50 laps stand between this field and a trip to victory lane here at the Red Bull Ring. Heavy braking zones, tight corners, and long drag strips mean every restart is chaos, every pass is earned, and every mistake is costly. Tonight, the trucks bring American horsepower to a world-class road course, and with playoff points, pride, and momentum on the line, these drivers leave nothing on the table. Buckle up, because when the green flag flies, survival is just as important as speed here in Austria. Good evening, racing fans, and welcome to the Green Flag Racing Network and the Inspired Racing League YouTube channel. I'm Robin McKay, alongside me is Nobody, and we're here in the beautiful hills of Austria to bring America here to Europe. As you see here, Elijah Fisher currently on his second lap, already in the third position, but no one's been able to touch Ben there in the 46. Currently has pole by over a second. Let's bring him in. Ben, it's Robert in the booth. You got a copy. Ben, it's Robert in the booth. You got a copy. Okay, unable to get Ben there in the 46 machine. Elijah Fisher finishes his lap, and he finds himself sitting here in the second position. Let's pull him in. Elijah Fisher, it's Robert in the booth. You got a copy. Great lap. They're sliding into the second position, but still not enough for Ben there in the 46, who has pole position. What are you going to do to try to catch up to him tonight? Yeah, exactly. Is this a very hard road course with these trucks? Obviously, this is not a traditional track for the actual NASCAR trucks. Yeah, and again, it'll be really interesting to see how this plays out tonight. Obviously, not a whole lot to base it off of because, NASCAR doesn't race here, nor does really any kind of stock car. So we'll see how it plays out. Good luck tonight. Yeah, no problem. Alrighty, that was the 16 of Elijah Fisher sliding here in the second position. But now we're going to run through the grid here presented by Hudson Auto Works. Ben slides into the first position there by over 6/10 over Elijah Fisher. Hayden Williams in the third position. Mike Howitzer fourth. Travis Farmer fifth. Aaron Stanton in the sixth position. Justin Schneck seventh. Cade Cannon eighth. Justin Greenlee ninth. Chris Lyotta 10th. Shauna Mosley 11th and 12th. Curtis Carnes 13th. Josh Henderson 14th. Evan Loeb 15th. Joseph Maddox, and I'm definitely not in the 16th position. Here in the hills of Austria, it's going to be really interesting to see how these drivers handle this field. Again, as I said, not a traditional road course, so it'll kind of be interesting to see what these drivers want to do tonight. See the engines revving up here. Lights on the pace truck are still off. Currently waiting on the field to roll. Again, waiting on one more driver here to fill up the grid. Don't know who it is yet. There we go. Entire field here. Here comes the pace truck. "14 drivers tonight will tackle on this 2.5-mile road course for 50 laps. It's 100 miles here in the Austrian Alps. Now let's bring in the 46 of Ben and get his opinion here, and see what he's doing different than the rest of the drivers tonight. Hey Ben, it's Robert in the booth. You got a copy? Yeah, so starting there on the pole position by a pretty wide margin, you got to be doing something different than the rest of the field. Are you just familiar with the track, or did you kind of figure out something that no one else did? Yeah, Elijah Fisher already said he's going to be trailing you like a hawk, trying to figure out what you're doing. What's the strategy going into tonight? Is it just going to be taking it easy, trying to save tires and fuel? You're going to try to push it as hard as you can that first and try to break away from this main pack?
Keeping it as consistent, as safe as we can while trying to maintain position.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's going to be really interesting to see how you do tonight. Again, as you said, with the curbs and all that, just making more use of the track. How does that fare on the tires? Do you think tire wear is going to be a main factor tonight?
Tire wear is going to be a big factor tonight. The transition between the curbs and the racing surface, the asphalt, is kind of rough. So using those curbs is going to be a little bit more tire wear. But I think we can manage it, and I think we've got it tonight.
All right, perfect. Well, good luck, and I hope you snag the win here.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Pace truck pulls off here. The 46, the 16, leading the field to green, coming around the bend here into the makeshift restart zone. Coming through the grid here with the Formula 1 cars line up. They cross the start-finish line. Green flag out here in Austria. We're racing in the European Union. Fantastic start there for the 46, getting a nice little jump there on the 16. Already out to a 5/10 lead, and at 1 and 2 seconds ahead of third place. A little bit of the battle going on here as you see Travis Farmer there on the inside of the 27, currently side by side here. See here that 13 doing really strong so far, and the field has already filed out 71 here behind that 9. Field already filed out here. Closest battle we have is between the 21 and the 72 here for 11th. As you see here, the 46 of Ben already getting the fastest lap set of the race. That being a 52.9. Very quick around this track, already on lap 3. Currently a lot of single file action here in the race. Same thing with the actual NASCAR Cup Series, who's currently on lap 166 of the Flash of Bowman Gray. Interesting dynamic here with these two races happening at the same time. But for the folks watching this race, or maybe both like I am currently, I really do appreciate you coming out and supporting. Already pretty single filed out here. The 46 already off to a 2-second lead. There's Fisher there in the second position with that 16 machine. You see here, let's go back to the back of the pack here, unfortunately, with Evan Logue. As Ben sets the fastest lap, Evan Logue struggling pretty hard. It's a 71 spins. Running very, very wide there. Now, unlike races past, before in the history of the Inspired Racing League, there is no more incident point cap. So drivers won't have to worry about kind of running off track too many times and getting disqualified, because that used to be a pretty big issue here. But luckily, drivers don't have to worry about that tonight. Comes to 46 to finish lap 6, already a 10th through the race. .46 diving it deep into turn 2. Curtis Carnes gets the move done on Ty Mosley for the 12th position. Joseph Maddox on the back bumper of the 9. That is Cade Cannon. Chris Iota in the wall. Thought I saw something there. Thought that was like a track marker for a second, but that's Chris Iota in the wall. Let's get that replay here. Looks like he just gets, just gets real loose coming out of that corner off them and stuck in the grass there. Great job there by the 69 recovering. Now currently in the 15th position. As you see here, Ben already out to a 3, almost 4-second lead here. Justin Schneck goes off track, running quite slowly. Coming up on my timing tower. Oh, that's interesting. Well, let's take a replay at that. Oh, it looks like his wheel disconnected. You can just see the wheels locking up there. Quite odd there from the 71, who's currently still in this thing. But 49 seconds behind the leaders, and here comes the leader right now, about to lap him here on lap 9 of 50. You see here him moving out of the way, allowing the 46 to make through. Already a 4-second gap from second position, and we're only on lap 9. This race already going by very quickly. So you see here, Schneck off track again, really struggling with those tires, but this is a very, very hard track. Ty Mosley gets the move done there. Joseph Maddox spins around, recovers it. Great job there by the 6. You see here the 46, no competition, out on a field of his own. Elijah Fisher already gaining about 3 seconds over the 27 of Aaron Stanton, who's quickly being trailed behind here by the 3 of Hayden Williams. See here the 3 on the attack of the 27 up the inside. Here comes the 43 trying to throw his hat into the ring. Side by side here coming through turns 2 and 3. Pull up the track map here. This is not the traditional Red Bull Ring, as you can see. This is the shortened version, kind of like how NASCAR uses the shortened version of COTA. Very similar concept, not running the full track. Currently defending from the 43. Currently trying to keep the 4th position. So you see here, this field is pretty spread out. 17 stopped. He gets back moving. Let's get that replay. Just gets loose there coming out of the corner. Very easy to do. 21 concedes the position to the 9. Currently the battle for the 8th position. Coming up here, 15 laps in. Almost 2/5 through the race. And we're going to cut to side by side, but don't worry, you almost a thing. This broadcast production is brought to you by our great friends over at Dubby Energy. Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They don't use artificial dyes and contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Next time you go to buy W's great products, be sure to use our code GFRN for 10% at checkout. That is GFRN for 10% at checkout.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Are you tired of endlessly scrolling on trading paints trying to find that perfect paint scheme but it never seems to be there? Well, I got the solution for you. Griffin Race Paints. Griffin Race Paints just did a massive price cut. And also, for the rest of the year, you'll also be getting a 45% off discount. GRP 45. Always remember, Griffin Race Paints adds an extra 200 horsepower to your hot rod. Griffin Race Paint, where design meets performance.
Welcome to the Visit Myrtle Beach 400, presented by NASCAR Racing Experience Holiday E Gift Card Late Model Race. I'm Lenny Baticki, and joining me in the booth is veteran broadcaster Bill Hennessy.
All right, we are ready for 125 laps of NASCAR Wheeling All-American Late Model Stock Car Racing. Our pole sitter is Timothy Peters on the outside pole, number 51, Matt Cox. They're bringing us out of turn 4. Get on your feet. This is going to be hot. They are in control of the race because the green flag is in the air. We are underway at Myrtle Beach's Icebreaker 2018.
In May 2020, it was announced that the track would close its doors for good in August. On August 15th, the checkered flag would wave for the final time. Myrtle Beach Speedway was demolished in December of the following year, and all that remains as of 2024 is the dirt of what once was turns 3 and 4.
Turn 1 and 2.
David Green is going to grab the lead here down the backstretch as he wiggles that car.
But that doesn't stop us from racing at this historic track once again. 65 drivers have made their way to the virtual banks of Myrtle Beach Speedway to fight for one of the 36 starting positions for tonight's event. Are you ready? Welcome back here to the hills of Austria. While under commercial break, a battle's been brewing currently. The 17 battling the 21 for 9. As we see here, the 17 battling pretty hard. Again, battle for the 9th position here in Austria with the 21 of Ty Mosley. Whoa, real loose coming out of the corner there for the 17. Here comes the 46 to lap the 17. coming up here through the last two corners. And the 17 lets the 46 by. .46 now on the back bumper here of the 9. And the 9 will also concede the position. Here comes the 17. Doesn't get the move done, but excellent move there by the 17 in an attempt to. .17 gets a little sideways. .46 now, a big gap to the next driver, which is the 70. As you see here, excellent job so far by the 46 of Ben. Already lapping half the field. Only has 6 more drivers to lap. So you see here, almost halfway through this event, only half an hour in, and these laps are only getting it faster and faster. The question is, when do you need to pit? We're going to be seeing pit stops here soon, and do we see some strategy, or is everyone going to come down here at the same time? Here currently looking through the battles. Closest battle so far is between the 27 and the 43. And then also the 15, or the 13, my mistake, traveling close behind. Whoa, real big squirm there. From the 69 of Chris Leota. Excellent job recovering that. Here comes Farmer. Currently battling with that lap down car. That's the 9 of Cannon. Separate out a little bit here. Now the main battle is between the 43 and the 27. Halfway through this race already, Dima's flying here. As the 43 brings it down pit road. .43 gets his pit stop done. Still on the top of the timing is Ben Kernhardt. 17 seconds ahead of the field, has lapped 9 drivers, and is currently heading for the last 4, currently 20 seconds away. Another driver coming down pit road. And that is the 27 of Aaron Stanton. Now 4 drivers left to be lapped. And as we're racing here in Austria, I just want to give a huge congratulations to Ryan Preece, driver of the 60 for Ford Racing, for RFK Racing in the actual NASCAR Cup Series, who literally just this moment won the Clash at Bowman, technically getting his first NASCAR win, not as a first official win, but congratulations there to the astronaut, aka Ryan Preece, for getting it done at Bowman Gray. Anyway, back to the Cup racing. Back to the truck racing, my mistake. .30 laps in. Ben still yet to pit. And as we wait on the leader to come down pit road, I think it's time to crank it up. Welcome back here to Austria here for the Inspired Racing League's Platinum Truck Series return to Austria here at the Red Bull Ring. While we were doing the crank it up, the leader, the 46, came down pit road and still has a 20-second lead. Going back here to a replay. 46 in the gravel. That's a first. Huge mistake there by the 46. Shows that he is indeed not invincible as I thought. But still, excellent job. And now he's gaining more time. Little mistake there from the 46, but he is currently on a great recovery drive. '43 and the 16 currently trying to chase down the 27. This is the battle for second, third, and fourth. The 43 still on that back bumper. The 27 trying to find some time here. 69, Chris Lyota, 2 laps down, currently ahead of them. '69 moves out of the way, allowing even one of his teammates there, the 16, to pass through. Here, the 16 gaining time on the 43. Watch this battle unfold here. 2 Fords and a Chevy all battling for the third position as Ben Carhart slowly pulls away once more, up to about 15 seconds away from this main kind of pack here. The closest racing yard on track so far. All these drivers only separated by about 5/10, which is not the case for the rest of the field, I may add. A little bit interesting here to see these drivers really battling it out here as the 43 goes down to the inside of the 27, the 16 now on the outside of the 43. Going to be trying to diving it here into turn 2 and 3. Doesn't get the move done. 16 still behind. Got a great little battle here. '16 getting a little bit loose. They're losing some time, about 2/10. As now these drivers separated by about 7/10 of a second off each other. See here, these drivers kind of separating themselves a little bit. Got about 8/10 between them. See here, diving down in turn 1, the 16 looking to do something on the 43, the 43 looking to do something on the 27. '16 looking to make a passer on the 43. See here, still still 1 by 3. But here comes the 43 trying to make that change. 16 trying to make that change. Gets real loose there coming out of, what is that, turn 8? As the 9 is stuck. Oh, 71, 9 make contact. Let's get that replay here. Both these drivers just getting loose. 71, 72 making contact. 71 goes high. And, well, the rest is history. Unfortunate incident here, but luckily all drivers came through that safe. What that did, though, is give these drivers, these 3 drivers right here, a little bit of time on each other. With that being said, with 8 laps to go, we're going to cut to one more side-by-side commercial, but you won't miss a thing because we're not NASCAR on Fox. This broadcast production is brought to you by our great friends over at Dubby Energy. Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They don't use artificial dyes and contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Next time you go to buy Dubby's great products, be sure to use our code GFRN for 10% at checkout. That is GFRN. For 10% at checkout.
Hey you, yeah you. Are you tired of endlessly scrolling on Trading Paints trying to find that perfect paint scheme but it never seems to be there? Well, I got the solution for you. Griffin Race Paints. Griffin Race Paints just did a massive price cut. And also, for the rest of the year, you'll also be getting a 45% off discount. GRP 45. Always remember, Griffin Race Paints adds an extra 200 horsepower to your hot rod. Griffin Race Paint, where design meets performance.
Welcome to the Visit Myrtle Beach 400, presented by NASCAR Racing Experience Holiday E Gift Card Late Model Race. I'm Lenny Baticki, and joining me in the booth is veteran broadcaster Bill Hennessy.
All right, we are ready for 125 laps of NASCAR Wheeling All-American Late Model Stock Car Racing. Our pole sitter is Timothy Peters on the outside pole, number 51, Matt Cox. They're bringing us out of turn 4. Get on your feet. This is going to be hot. They are in control of the race because the green flag is in the air. We are underway at Myrtle Beach's Icebreaker 2018.
In May 2020, it was announced that the track would close its doors for good in August. On August 15th, the checkered flag would wave for the final time. Myrtle Beach Speedway was demolished in December of the following year, and all that remains as of 2024 is the dirt of what once was turns 3 and 4.
Turn 1 and 2.
David Green is going to grab the lead here down the backstretch as he wiggles that car.
But that doesn't stop us from racing at this historic track once again. 65 drivers have made their way to the virtual banks of Myrtle Beach Speedway to fight for one of the 36 starting positions for tonight's event. Are you ready? Welcome back here to the Austrian Alps. The 16 gets the move done on the 16 up to the 3rd position. 5 laps to go here at the Red Bull Ring. '16 dives deep, and over, prevents the 43 from making a move, and stays ahead. The 46 of Ben, haven't shown him in a while. Still leading. 4 laps to go. 24 seconds separates the 46 and the man in second, Aaron Stanton, in the 27. But that now changed. Elijah Fisher back up to second. Gets the slide job done. Here comes the 43 to the 27. Laps to go here at the Red Bull Ring. Got a good one cooking up here. Coming to 2 to go. Two laps to go here at the Red Bull Ring. Nothing currently stands in the way of the 46 and his first Platinum Truck Series win. One lap to go here at the Red Bull Ring. The 46 has done it. Led every single lap. No one's come close. Only 5 other drivers on the lead lap. Runs a little bit wide there. Currently got a battle going on for third between the 43 and the 13. Can the 13 get the move done and get his, I believe his 4th podium of the season? Coming up the inside, gonna try to dive down to the bottom. The one thing about Travis Summer is he's a very clean driver, so he'll take as much as it gets, but he's gonna do it cleanly. But coming out of the final corner for the final time, Ben Carhart leads every lap and wins by 28 seconds here at the Red Bull Ring. Fantastic job there from the 46, getting the win done. Here's the 13 on the back of the 43, gearing up to try to make one last move here, heading into the final corners for the final time. Diving deep. Coming down here, but there's nothing he's going to be able to do. He tries diving, but there's nothing. Try to get side by side, but nothing works. Mike Howitzer takes third position and rounds out your podium. What a race. What a race here by these top 3 drivers. Burning it down here at the Red Bull Ring. And he deserves it. What a race this has been. Now, time for some post-race interviews. In the third position, we have the 43 of Mike Howitzer. Mike Howitzer, it's Robert in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man?
All right, great job. Finishing in the third position, barely beating the 13 of Travis Farmer. How do you feel?
I feel bad. I got into Aaron and I ruined his race there, so I just feel really bad about that, and that's not how I like to race. It was an honest mistake there. I still didn't really get a good look at it, but 100% on me there. We were having a great race up to that point, and I was having a blast. I was trying to get by him. I knew I was faster, and I guess I just overcooked into the first turn and spun him out and ruined it. So I just want to say I feel really bad for Aaron. I really apologize to him, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, things happen, right? Especially on road courses like this. You can't beat yourself up over everything. And it's a lot of drivers, honestly, that I've met don't feel the same way you do. And so I respect you a lot for kind of feeling bad. You can't beat yourself up for everything. You still did an absolutely fantastic job finishing third in what has been a dominating race there by the 46. So don't beat yourself up for it.
Yeah, no, Ben is an absolute killer on road courses. I knew as soon as he set that qualifying lap, it was probably going to be the Ben Knert show. So huge shout out to him for that. He ran a great race. He pulled a Mike Hauser like I did at the Roval, but yeah, awesome job to him. I think today I just needed a good run, and I knew I could bring the speed here. We've had a really bad stretch of races. You know, some of those races were mistakes I made, and some of them were just things you couldn't really control. So I thought, hey, we need a rebound, and I know I've had really good speed at road courses, so I thought I'd get used today to turn it around, and we did, but I just didn't want to do it that way. So again, really sorry for Aaron, and I hope he's not too upset. So
yeah, and honestly, I don't think he will, but again, excellent job finishing in third. Before we let you go, any drivers you want to thank, sponsors, family members, etc.?
Yeah, just want to thank my teammates at Falcon Motorsports. You know, we all had really good speed today. Elijah finished second, had good speed. I want to thank you for putting on the broadcast. I really do love watching it, and I want to thank everybody who stuck it out tonight. And you know, I've never raced here. This is my first time here, but I know it looked like a very weird road course, a very out there type of track. So I just want to thank everybody who stuck it out and, you know, went and put laps down, you know, even if they weren't that fast. It means a lot to see guys out there trying to better themselves and, you know, build a little bit of racecraft there. So
yeah, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. And I believe we're going to, I want to say Talladega, but I could be wrong. I'm very wrong. Milwaukee. We're going to Talladega the week after that. We're going to Milwaukee.
All right. Honestly, I could use that.
Yeah, Milwaukee's an excellent track. Can't wait to see you there.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
You too. Next up, we have the 16 of Elijah Fisher finishing in the second position, staying where he started. Elijah, welcome back to the booth. Started in second, finished in second, but it was a rocky road in between. How do you feel after that one?
Feel pretty good. We didn't get a road course win, but I still feel like that was probably one of the better road courses I put together. Just being able to, I don't know, just have a good solid pace in the beginning. And I know we maybe waited a little bit too late to pit, but I know the better tires kind of played a little bit of a factor towards lap 45 and 50 areas. I feel like I was a lot more in control of the truck than I have been in previous road courses or just, any races I've done before. So, new wheel and everything helps out a lot too. And getting different sensations and everything is really helping me out. So definitely felt like this was a race that I think, aside from Ben Knurt, probably could have been a win.
What wheel did you upgrade to?
We were on the Thrustmaster T598 direct drive now.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice.
I've been Thrustmaster my whole career and don't plan on really going anywhere else.
See, when I eventually get back into racing, I plan on going to Moza because Logitech sucks.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, just barely getting second there towards the end of it. You had a really good run there in the first half. What happened that you kind of fell back but then regained it?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. Just before you dragged me up, actually, Knurt came down and we were talking, and he just said, maybe they had a better pace than me on the fresher tires. But, when we came out of pit road, I was kind of in a position where, I knew those guys were coming up quick. And I think something about my pit road entry was a little slower than theirs. Obviously, the fresher tires, I think, towards the really deep end, I just had a pace that was not where I wanted it to be, and I think I just got unfocused. So once we focused back up and kind of got things going, I was able to catch up and hang with those guys for a bit. So that was good to see.
Yeah, exactly. In the end, great finish, getting second position. Very good for the points here, heading into the playoffs in just 5 weeks. Before we let you go, any family members do you want to thank? Drivers, family sponsors, etc.? What is yours?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to thank Mom for watching, all the fans and everybody who's tuned in to inspired and paying attention to everything. Make sure to like and subscribe for us, please. That would be appreciated. Of course, got to thank the good Lord above. Of course, without him, we wouldn't be doing this. So, just got to roll forward and collect some more points. I was kind of nervous about trying to get back into the playoff picture. I think we've pretty much done it now. I just got to have some solid races from here on out.
Exactly, and you've been having solid races. Hopefully it keeps going in Milwaukee. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.
And last, but certainly not least, we have the 46 of Ben Carhart. Ben? I don't know what to say, man. 31 seconds at the end of the race. You had it up to about 40 at one point. You took off and you never looked back.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit unfair because I've run dozens of races at this track. Maybe not this particular layout, but I have so much more experience compared to these other guys. Like Mike in the 43 told me he bought this track yesterday, so I'm very, very happy with the result. It was nearly mistake-free. We had a little moment on the cold tires.
Yeah, so you went through the gravel.
When we came out of the pits. But I'm very happy with the race. I feel a little bit bad for the 30-second gap, but I've been trying to help coach some of these guys on the road courses because usually I have pretty good pace, and there's definitely some lessons to learn here for those other guys, and I'll help them learn them, and hopefully next race we'll get a little bit of a closer pack. So I know it wasn't super entertaining, but it was a very, very successful race for me, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, just even coming down the pits, no competition. Overall, excellent job. Congratulations. Before we let you go, any drivers you want to thank, family members, sponsors, etc.? Floor is yours.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I want to thank my team, Simtech Racing. They don't compete in Truck Series at all, really. I'm the only one who does trucks. But they're super supportive. We do team practices, and they always got my back. So I'd like to thank James, Ben, and Dustin from Simtech. And then league admins like Elijah, Chris, Mike, Aaron. They make racing here possible, and I'm having an amazing time in this league. And then you, of course, for broadcasting. It's really cool having a stream up and interviews in the races. So, yeah.
And it's fun to do it. I appreciate you sticking around, and we'll see you next week at Milwaukee.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night, man.
You too. And that'll do it for all of us here at the Red Bull Ring. What a race this has been. I've been Robert McKay, and we'll see you next week at the Milwaukee Mile. We'll see you then.